Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is just the intro to this video. So I wanted to try something new for my YouTube channel. Instead of playing games, I wanted to do a reaction video. And from my YouTube content, y'all can tell that I love the horror genre. It's my favorite genre for movies. Not necessarily video games, but I really like horror. So I wanted to do a reaction video to horror. So yeah. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and this video is going to be a banger because I'm finna work hard on it. I'm finna make sure I get right videos, and peace. So this first animation is called The Horror Box Story Animated, and before y'all say anything, no, I don't have anything to record my face with. It's just me talking behind the screen. And don't be judging me, bro. Alright, let's get into it.
My hometown is located in the countryside. I was staying at my parents' house for a while after I went to the army. One day I was drinking in front of a local convenience store with my friend. Feeling liberated after I just got out of the army, I went around the streets with one of my friends, drinking a lot and singing with our shoulders crossed. Then I saw a white car coming in front of us. Soon the car window opened and
Bruh, look at this dude. Wait till you see.
A woman in her early 30s wearing
If
white
anybody
clothes
come to me
was
looking
seen.
like that, I'm running.
Hey,
I'm
would you like to
gone.
do a part-time job? She laughed and said like that. And we answered, totally drunk, how much you gonna give us? Then she gave us $100 and said, prepaid. I'll give you an extra $100 when you finish
That's
this.
how you know they was drunk. They really
It was
just
my
took that
1-month
offer.
part-time salary.
I mean, it's
Of
$100.
course we
but
accepted
still.
it on the spot, and the woman picked us up in her car. The car began to run along a nearby mountain road. There was the sound of rain and the wind blowing so hard that I could hear the leaves hitting the windows. And I still hate the sound of leaves on windy and rainy days. The car driving along the cement road pavement stood on a hillside. Suddenly she got out of the car and took a shovel and hoe out of the trunk. Come on, guys, both of you, get off. And I could see her pupils were kind of loosened a little bit.
That's not no human, bro.
Only then did I start to think something was wrong.
That's not no
Next,
human,
she
bro.
took a small box out of the car and told us to go down to the road and bury it. I'll give you another $100, y'all know. I and my friend were forced to go down the road to bury the box and dig with a shovel. But as soon as we tried to bury it, the car suddenly went down really fast, like an arrow. We haven't even received that $100 yet, though. The rain and wind were still blowing hard and lightning was pounding, and we had no choice but to stand blankly in this sudden
I
situation.
bet she got fingers in the box or
But
something.
we got a prepayment anyway. Let's quickly bury that stupid box and go down, I said to him, but he who was staring blankly at the place where the woman disappeared for a while mumbled, Hey, what do you think what's in this box? He became curious as soon as she left, but I just wanted to go home quickly. I objected. However, he kept urging me to open it. Then he literally opened the box immediately. There was a black plastic bag in the box, and
I
there were
called
cut
it.
fingers inside. 10 fingers.
I called
Given that
it,
the size
bro,
of
and
the
I never
fingers is
watched
small,
this animation
I thought
before.
those were baby's fingers. Being terrified, I was just looking at those fingers, and he shouted, Hey, this is a gold ring. There was a ring in one finger, and he insisted on taking it away since we received less money. I was madly opposed, but my friend eventually pulled out the ring after an argument, and we buried the box in the ground and walked down. After that day, I had a bad cold and laid down for days, and my friend had not contacted me either in the meantime, which was really strange. I haven't heard from him in the last 15 days after I woke up.
Nah, that ring did something
Being
to him,
curious, I called his house. Then his mother answered the phone. Oh, God, what should I do? My son died yesterday. A few days ago, he was exposed to rain and came home. From that day, He kept saying that he's cold and found Dad alone in the blanket a few days
Dang, bro,
after.
what happened?
I still regret when I think about
What
that day.
happened? What did she get?
I should have stopped him and reported the box
Never
to the
took
police.
that ring.
I
It was
will
a
never
curse.
forget it.
That's tough. Alright, on to the next animation. This animation is called True School Lockdown Horror Story Animated. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. School lockdowns are scary. I've never been through actual school lockdown, but I'm pretty sure that the people who have... Actually, yes, I have. But I'm pretty sure that the people who have, including me, were scared. So basically what happened with my school lockdown was... I think it happened twice. One was in the 7th or 8th grade, and the other one was in, I think, the 9th grade, or it could have just been one time. Pretty sure in the 7th grade, though, there was a person, apparently, who robbed somewhere. I don't need no, man. Let's continue.
For your information, this story is not my personal story, but is one of my friends. Her name is Miranda, and one day she did her typical morning routines right before school, messaging people on Snapchat while walking. Around 20 minutes later, she arrived at her school. However, then she immediately realized that something weird. There was no one outside of the school.
Bro, go home, bro.
At first, she thought that everyone just entered inside, or that she was kind of late, so ended up shrugging off and quickly walked into school. She tried to message her friends, but no one responded at that time. No service? But I have full bars on my
It's
phone,
time to go
though.
home. No service with
The
4 bars.
inside of the building was quiet when she entered, and she noticed that there was also no one around. She was even more confused and didn't know what to do. She began to walk to her class. As she went past the cafeteria, she saw that there was only one person in there, and his head
I'm aware that a lot of you niggas don't like me, but I don't care what.
was down. When she was about to pass by, and at that moment, she realized that there was blood below the person.
Who was slumping
froze
kids
in
in
the
the
spot.
freaking school?
Just then, her phone buzzed, and it was a Snapchat notification from one of her friends. Hey, there's a shooter in the building, and the person already shot a few people. Obviously, Miranda freaked out at that moment. She started to run out of the building. To tell the truth, Miranda was a very lucky girl. As Miranda ran out of the building, the shooter, who was in the office that was next to the exit, didn't see her because he was stabbing a student at the same time. After the cops entered the building, the massive killer already killed himself.
Dang, that's tough.
Fortunately, almost everyone was evacuated, but there were a total of 7 deaths and over a dozen injured. One of Miranda's friends, who didn't respond to her, was one of the people that were killed. And actually, her friend was the one in the cafeteria that was laying his head down. Miranda eventually went to the police station to watch the security footage, and as she watched the video, it turned out that the man stabbing someone in the office slowly raised the gun and pulled the trigger towards her running to the exit. However, he ended up failing because the gun was out of bullets.
Dang, if that ain't a blessing, I don't
Although
know
the
what
school
is.
now has more security guards all around the building,
As they
along
should.
with more police officers and more cameras and metal detectors around all areas, she doesn't go to that school anymore.
Oh, she got out
If
of
he
there.
had
She
one
was
more
not about that
bullet,
life.
she would have been a goner.
It
She
happened
thanks
once.
God
It'll never
every
happen
day
again.
that she
That's
eventually
what
had
happened in
survived
school,
from
no.
hell.
That was a good one. I like that one. Man, my mama would have got me out that school, bro. This next reaction is, this next video is called Why... This next video is called The Reason Why You Shouldn't Go Around Late at Night. So let's get into it.
This is the story about an incident where my friend was almost killed by a stranger. So this was around February. I was heading home after hanging out with my best friend as usual. We had to walk maybe 20 to 30 minutes to reach each other's houses. There was a two-way road with a Y shape in the neighborhood, and I had to go left and my friend had to go right. All of a sudden, my friend called me 2 or 3 minutes after we had separated. But when I answered the phone, I could only hear him breathing and walking around. At first, I hung up and started walking again, wondering if my friend accidentally called me. But he instantly called me again. This time, he started to talk, making a joke that wasn't very funny, and started laughing to himself. What is wrong with him? Is he really crazy? Or did something happen to him?
Take that as a
Thinking
sign,
like
little
this,
girl.
I told him to text me. I couldn't figure out what was going on. A few minutes later, I received a text message. Dude, someone's following me. And he's singing alone, breathing hard, and his lyrics make me go crazy.
Punch him in the throat and make
Seriously.
him run for it, bro.
I replied, asking what the lyrics were, and another response came a bit later. Wait, 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 wait for me. Wait, 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 wait.
I don't think those are...
Stop at the right spot before you get
My guy, I don't think those are lyrics. I think that's an actual, I think he's trying to talk to you.
home, because I'm going to kill you. I won't get caught.
Man, I'm about to beat...
Come on,
man,
turn
you better
around
get your
before you
mom-
get home.
Oh, he got a
It won't
knife?
hurt because I'm going to stab you with my knife. It was a very long text, written roughly like this. The lyrics were the same as the popular song at the time, but only that part of the lyrics was different. So I just called the police right away. Yes, just go straight ahead in front of the alley. Please, come quickly. In fact, both the right and left roads were alleys, and there was a row of fancy buildings around the place. So I didn't know where exactly my friend was. I began to worry as I was walking for a while, because I kept thinking about the text messages from my friend. Soon, I heard the police car from far away, and it was getting closer. I texted again to reassure him. Hey, I just called the police to see if you are okay. So don't worry, they're coming. I could see the car lights getting closer behind me. I thought the car was going to pass the road I was on, so I tried to move aside, but at that moment, I got a reply from my friend. Dude, are you sure they are coming? I heard the siren too, but... I froze. The police car came into the alley where I was standing. I went to the officer who was in the car and spoke to him. Excuse me, sir. I'm the one who called. And you should have gone the other way, not this way. I told you, it's on the right side. The police then said, I'm sorry. We have so many cases to deal with. I'll go back to the opposite side. Then he drove the other way. Are they kidding? The police just headed towards you. Is he still singing? I soon got a reply to my text. Yeah, but you know what? The lyrics have changed. Then he wrote down the lyrics
changed?
again,
Time
and
for
they
my
were like
pace
this.
to change. I'm
Don't.
finna turn my walk into a run. I'm gone.
Don't text. Don't call. Don't do it. Put down the phone you're holding right now. I'll stab you. Don't worry, it won't hurt you. Read the text that just came in right now. If it's the one you met earlier, I'd stab him too. I thought this was going to be a big problem, and that my friend might die. I ran home quickly. I threw my bag to the side after arriving home, called my parents in a hurry, and we headed to my friend's house. My parents and his parents incidentally went to the same place from elementary school to high school, so they got along well. I was running to my friend's house with my parents, but suddenly I started hearing the sound of a police car again. As we were walking toward the direction where my friend was supposed to be, I heard some noise, and he was standing there in front of me.
Okay, he's lying.
Recalling the creepy moment a while ago, I thought I might cry as soon as I saw my friend. I hugged my friend and asked, "What happened to him? What happened to you?" My friend said the man who was following him was now handcuffed and in a police car.
Okay.
The moment I looked at the man, I got goosebumps. The man, he was staring and grinning from his
Boy, if you don't get Joel, oh my gosh. He looked like a purge mask, bro. Bro, I can already tell his forehead is large, bro. Forehead longer than his hand.
ear to ear. And the next thing that happened was he was taken to the police station, and we headed to the same place. When we arrived, my friend and I explained everything we had seen and heard from the guy. And the police decided to make him guilty due to the fact that he threatened my friend. I could see my parents and my friend's parents got mad at him. By the way, it was the first time I knew my mother was really good at cursing at someone. Then the police told us that we could go now. After we got out, we decided to go to a nearby restaurant to eat and calm ourselves down. It might seem like nothing to y'all, but I was still nervous at the thought that if I had been a little bit late, he would have been in really big trouble. Since then, my friend moved to a house next to ours, and now we're always together, like when going to school or coming home from school. I think that horrible incident happened to him because we went home too late that day, and because he was alone. So nowadays, we always go home early. After the incident, our bond and friendship became much stronger. And most of all, it was fortunate that my friend was not hurt at all that day. I wonder what the man who threatened my friend is doing now. I hope this never happens again.
Alright, that was a nice little video. But that was a nice 3 videos for the first reaction. I'm not gonna go too big because it's my first reaction video. And I don't want to do too much for it, you know. I'm gonna make this a nice little video. So I hope y'all enjoyed. And peace.